right, here we go. Video number 3 on this set, elimination. So to do elimination method, you first got to line up your equations. I like to put them in standard form, or at least that order. It doesn't have to be standard form stuff. Don't worry about the GCF. But AX, BY equals C, that kind of order. So then you're going to have to do some fancy multiplications, manipulations of your equation so that stuff cancels. And I don't like this. We're just going to be adding them things together. The equations, and we're going to eliminate one variable. So we're going to manipulate the equation so that something cancels out. And then we're going to solve, and same steps as substitution after that. Let's see it. All right. So if I just add these things together, what's going to happen? I get 2x plus 6y equals 10. Not what we want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change one of these so that the coefficients cancel each other out. So I could either have a 1x and a negative 1x, or a 7y and a negative 7y. Either way will work. I'm going to multiply this equation times negative 1. So I'm going to write that like this. It's not proper to write it like that. You're not supposed to multiply on an equal sign. Sue me. That's how I'm going to do it. So that is an equivalent expression. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times negative y is positive y. Negative 1 times an equal sign doesn't make any sense. That's why this is not correct. Negative 1 times a negative 7, that's a positive 7. Now, this is my new equation here. I'm going to copy down my original equation. This, by the way, is my favorite method because it's generally the easiest. And now, I'm going to add them together. Negative x, or x plus a negative x is nothing. X's are gone. Out of there. 7y plus y is 8y equals 24. Hey, that's nice and easy to solve, isn't it? I'm not even going to use the calculator. I'm just going to do that in my head. If you are bad at arithmetic, don't do it in your head. Y equals 3. Okay. Well, I'm half done. I got my y. What about my x? Now I got to go back and figure out where to plug it in. Doesn't matter which one, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but plug it back into one of the originals. This one's got less coefficients, so I'm going to do that one. X minus 3 equals negative 7. Oh, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. X equals negative 4. Oh, that's it. That's 3 negative 4, right? Waiting. Hopefully you said, no, you're wrong. Good. X, Y, order pair, people. Doesn't matter which one you find first, X always goes first. Boom. Like that. Easy peasy. Now, some people say, oh, you can just subtract them, but then y'all get confused with the negatives and y'all just mess it up. So just add. We're going to make it to where they cancel out if we add them together. That's what we're going to do for elimination. What you do, well, you do you. I'm going to do me. Moving on. Boom. Number 4. So I wanted this one because, yeah, there's nothing nice and canceling easily, but let's think. 7 and a 2. Can't make a 2 a 7. 6 and a 3. I can make a 3 a 6. So again, I'm going to use this improper notation. I'm going to multiply my bottom equation by 2. No, I'm not. What am I going to multiply by? Negative 2, because I want them to be opposite signs. So this is a negative. I need this one to be positive. Since it's negative right now, I need to multiply by a negative. Since it's 3 and I need to be a 6, multiplying by 2. So I'm going to rewrite this bottom equation. I'm just multiplying everything by negative 2, except for the equal sign, pretend. And we get an equivalent equation. It's going to be negative 4x plus 6y equals positive 26. And this one up here, I'm going to rewrite 7x minus 6y equals negative 53. Add them together. 7x plus a negative 4x, that's 3x. Y's are out of there. 53 and 26, oh, that's going to be a 7 and a 2. Yeah, I think it's a 2 and a negative. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's right. Don't think. Just take your calculator and use it, people. It's okay to use a calculator. There we go, negative 27. Divide through by 3, x is negative 9. Again, you can use a calculator. Half done. Now, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, shove it up in here somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Neither one looks easier. That one's got smaller numbers. Let me use it. 2 times negative 9 minus 3y equals negative 13. Now from here, if you're lazy and you don't feel like you're solving it by hand, perfectly fine. Take your calculator, punch the buttons, be done with it. Does not matter to me. Setup and solution, that's what I need to see. But remember, you got to put x in there. It does not do any other variable. So whatever your variable is, you got to call it x. Shift calc equals. Oh no, whenever we have a decimal, remember we don't want decimals, we want fractions. So just type x again, negative 5/3. So y is negative 5/3. Okay, so this ordered pair, negative 9, negative 5/3. It's okay to have fractions. All right, couple elimination down, let's do another. We've got 2 more. Yeah. Okay, now let's look at this one. Yeah, this one's getting tricky, huh? So there's a few ways you could do this one. I don't like dividing because, well, everybody tends to mess up more with dividing than multiplying. So I don't like it, but you could. We could divide this equation through by 3, make that just an x, and then multiply it by 4. That'll work. You could divide this through by 4 and then multiply by 3 to get that to cancel. Whatever. However, I don't like dividing for these things. So let's not do it. We're just gonna multiply. There's no way for you to make a 3 a 4 or a 9 a 12. Pick the smaller set of numbers, 3 and 4, let's go with that. So I need a little bit of space here. I'm gonna pretend this little 6 isn't there for the problem number. So this is a positive 3, that's a positive 4. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick one to be negative. Pick the top one to be negative. I'm gonna multiply that by negative this coefficient right here, negative 4 on the top. The negative is because they're the same sign. If they're opposite signs, I wouldn't use the negative. And the bottom, what do you think I'm going to multiply by? That's right, this coefficient right here, 3. If I do that, I guarantee that my x's will cancel because it's going to be 3 times 4. That's going to be 3 times 4. One's going to be negative and one's going to be positive. Stuff cancels. So those are going to be equivalent expressions. Oops. Get out of my way. I'll do the bottom one first since that's in my way. 3 times 4 is 12x minus 36y. Use a calculator with these big numbers. Equals 108. Do not hesitate to use calculators, people. They're useful tools. Negative 12x plus 36. Oh, oops. 36y equals negative 36. Okay. Wasn't planning on having one of these right away, but okay. Let's see what happens. Combine those, I get 0. Combine those, I get 0. Combine those, I get something that's not 0. It's like what, 72? Yeah. So I get 0 equals 72. No solution. All right, so again, if you get everything canceling out, either you're going to have, if you get your x's and your y's canceling out, either you're going to have a parallel line or the same line. So it's either going to be no solution or infinite many solutions. Okay, moving on along. Last one for elimination. Notice first thing, the order is different. Okay, it's out of order. Fix it first. Again, I like ax plus by equals c. Doesn't have to be like that for elimination. You can put it anyway as long as they're lined up. So you can put x's, x's, constants, constants, y's, y's. And that's perfectly fine. I don't like that though. So I'm going to rearrange both of these. This is going to take a little bit more work than the others. So I'm going to first rearrange. I'm going to add 8y, subtract 18. That's 10x plus 8y equals negative 18. This one needs an equivalent expression. I'm going to subtract the 4. I'm going to subtract 5y. Line up the x's. 9x minus 5y equals the 4. But it's negative because I subtracted. I'm looking. Nothing's canceling here. Let's see if I can grab that. So I'm going to just go ahead and bring that down so I can do some more work on it. So just like the previous one, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom equation. 10 and 9 or 8 and 5? Well, those are smaller numbers. I'm going to use those. That one's positive, that one's negative, so I don't need to multiply by any negatives. They're already opposite signs. We're good. Multiply this equation by 5, that equation by 8. Again, this is not proper notation, but you should understand what it means. And I'm lazy. $50x plus, use a calculator if you need to, 40y equals, again, use a calculator if you need to, negative 90. And if you don't think you need to use a calculator, use it anyway. 72x minus 40y equals negative 32. Add these together, combine them. That's 122x. I did that right? I think I did. Yeah, I did. No y's equals negative 100. Oh, that's nice. 122. Divide x is equal to negative 1. We divided by 122 to both sides. And we got x is negative 1. All right, pick an equation. I'm going to pick this bottom one because it's got smaller numbers in it. Does it matter? No. 4 plus 9 times negative 1 equals 5y. Again, you can type that in the calculator. I'm just going to do it out. That's negative 9 plus 4 is 5, but negative. So y is also negative 1. So my solution will be negative 1, negative 1. Okay. So I like elimination best. That's my personal preference. If you like substitution better, go for it. Graphing's not always an option, so don't do it. Unless it says graph, then you can do it. But in general, elimination or substitution is the way to go. I think that was it for that one. Yeah. Okay, we're going to talk about applications in just a moment. Dang it, I did that button again.